Hello, this is Mordred Viking, and I'd like to welcome you to another episode of Supreme Ruler. I'm joined here by Ben Magnus, Bundeswehr Bob, and Commissar Roach.
Yo.
Hello.
Hello.
And I'm in the process of paying off debts. Estonia's in the process of having died.
I mean, yes, technically.
I mean, it's pretty accurate. They have in fact died. It's not really in the process of it, though. And Ben is fortifying the living daylights out of his northern border for some reason.
Yep. Yeah, that's happening.
The only problem with having a Maginot line is remember when, that didn't work for France?
No.
Well,
I'm just
now,
that one time.
Now think about it in the context of the fact that we have intercontinental ballistic missiles and long-range strike capabilities.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, Putin hasn't nuked us yet, thank God.
Yeah, thank God. No nukes have been fired in this war yet.
And I have a bad feeling that Belarus is going to be the Belgium of this world. They're just going to go through Belarus and just ignore it.
Yeah, that's a thing. I was told to fortify the Lithuanian border. It's what I'm doing.
So it's not your fault if it doesn't work.
And it's Roach's.
What?
You're the one who told me to do that.
War declared. Turkey declared war on ISIL.
Oh.
I'll support that.
Yeah, I'll support that too.
The next thing we know, ISIL beats Turkey.
Oh,
I mean, for somehow they beat Syria.
How much debt do you have currently right now, Mordred?
I don't know. I'm trying to remember how on earth you see that Atlas thing.
Oh, that's not good.
I mean,
You see the Atlas.
on a scale of 1 to Bob, how many loans are you in?
I'm not quite a Bob anymore. I'm back into like Mordred sphere.
I don't know what that is.
It's just below Bob.
It's just so 26 loans instead of 27.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
I
8.
mean, how many billions of dollars?
That's what I want to see the Atlas thing for, because that actually tells you. It's like the national overview.
There is like a... Oh, where is it?
Yeah.
There is a regional atlas in the top left-hand corners underneath your cash on the left-hand side. There's
There
an
it is.
atlas there.
I have
Which
fourth.
you're
I have
debt.
30 billion in debt still.
Let's see here.
I was,
Wow, you're... Oh my God.
Yeah. Like, even Russia has less debt than I do. Hence
Okay.
the problem. So my finance minister really screwed me. That guy should
I actually wonder how much debt Romania has.
All right, don't go spending all that in one place.
Or do, but just spend it all on your debt.
Oh, cool, thank you.
I mean, I had like $76 billion in reserve, so
That helps.
Wow, that's a lot of new Polish units.
Yeah. It came from Germany.
Oh, these are like last gen APCs.
yeah.
He sold me all of his. That's what Bob does. He sells me his old stuff, and I take it gratefully.
I mean, my old stuff is still better than his new stuff, so
I mean, you could, Bob. You could sell him production licenses.
I could.
I mean, a leopard would be
That actually is a really good idea. I should give him a
would be a
leopard.
good
shouldn't I?
idea.
Learn how to make the 2A5.
I mean, if you're still worried about Ben becoming powerful, you can give him a leopard like 1-7 or something like that, or a leopard 2A2 or 2A1.
Ah, the Oliver Perrys. Oh, they're shipping units again.
God, really?
Yep.
All right, subs swinging into action.
The Oliver Perry is back in action, sinking everything.
Raiding their coastline.
Yeah.
I'll send the Dutch fleet up as well.
What class is the Oliver Perry?
Fuck if I know.
Well, I think the class is Oliver Perry.
FFG7 is what it says.
It's an escort frigate. Germany is starting to produce Warsaw-class cruisers now, though, so that's cool.
You know what might not be a bad idea? Naval landing at that little air base in Estonia that you were basing your stuff off from before.
Yeah.
Take the air base, forward air base right there.
Well, why don't you take it?
Robot Ben does not compute.
Things are difficult.
Nope, there's some Dutch territory up there in Finland.
Yeah, this is clearly part of the Netherlands now.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever it takes.
I see Russian units on the move.
My ships are trying to bombard the Russian land units and getting shot in the process. No, let's not do that. Let's go and kill their...
Oliver Perry! How many ships have you sunk now? 73!
Jesus Christ.
No, the proper answer is enough.
It's a pride of the
proper answer is
goddamn
not
fleet is
enough.
what he is.
I'm pretty sure the Russian Navy doesn't exist anymore, or at least almost doesn't exist. I mean, it got to the point at the end there where they were just firing over land to turn, so they didn't have to actually engage
Yeah,
the German
true.
Navy.
Just don't get close to them.
This transport always flying around. I don't tell you to do that.
Are you sending your transport plane in the combat zone again?
Yup. Clear orders. Reserve. Okay, go into reserve. Alright, how long do you think it's going to be until Russia attacks the next sovereign state?
A month, maybe?
Probably got to
It's only been
redeploy.
6 months.
6 months, and we had the harrowing, counterattack into St. Petersburg, the fight for St. Petersburg, and then the Russian counterattack,
Well, that was...
the incident.
Well, think about this. What scenario would you rather have? Raffle stop Russia, or Russia actually be like really gnarly
No, I
scary after
love
doing
this.
a...
That's why I love this game, is that the AI is actually competent.
It's not
Like, you
total
can play
dunce.
this. You can play this and you can lose. Like if that was if this had been Hoi 4, like that counterattack would have been the initial wave and you would have beaten it off without a problem. But they poured everything into the counterattack so that they could win. Which makes for a better game, because now we have to think about how to beat Russia now.
Wait, are we building military complexes here? Oh, the military complex has to be built, and then the fortification is built around it. Got it.
Right. Yeah, fortification and gun emplacement. I think the gun emplacement is what actually has like built-in artillery to it too. So those
Yeah.
will fire at units.
And the gun emplacement is actually is quicker. So it might do with putting a second line, but more dispersed around like population centers and choke points.
Nope,
Past
Maginot,
the,
straight line, 1 line thick. There's no problem. There's no issue with this plan. None.
It'll be fine.
What could go wrong?
Exactly.
Holy shit! All right, do you guys see the assemblage of units in Grodno, which is on the Belarusian border with me?
Oh yeah.
It's very international.
You got Indian. I don't recognize a lot of these flags. Sudan,
I think one of them is Iraq.
That is very
Hey.
international.
Is the green and blue one with the black stripe Jamaica?
Jamaica is like an X, I thought.
There's a lot of different units in there. A lot of different people in there. Who is this? That one unit moving through my land. I don't know who you are.
Jamaica's, yeah, the yellow X with green and black. So I don't know who that was.
I'm very interested in the next Russian target because I've already taken out 2 sovereign nations.
Been pushed out of the other one.
Yeah, bitches! Ah! I
A load
claim
of those are
victory!
Angola. It's Tanzania, that one. Blue and green.
Tanzania, okay. Makes sense for them to be
Chat saying,
involved.
do you wish the AI in Paradox games were as smart as the AI in this game?
Yes.
It would be nice.
When I was playing Hoi 4 the other day, I invaded England. There was like 150 divisions sitting there, and they just all sat still and did absolutely nothing. Just stood there, literally doing nothing.
Yeah, think about how fun even Hoi 4 would be if, there was a challenge to the fight other than just whether or not you had enough units to beat the enemy units.
Okay, I figured out what one of those nations are. Angola.
Yeah, Angola.
The red and black stripe with the hammer and sickle.
Hanging out in Belarus. I know it's possible that Belarus sold those units to those countries and they can't get out.
Yeah, it looks like it.
They're selling off all their military equipment to anybody who will buy it.
Well, they probably got a new research that unlocked better equipment, and the AI usually sells it off to, third world nations when they do that. Kind of like how Bob is.
Hey! See where you're going. I see where you're going. I see it.
Did you say something, Polish plumber?
Hey, we have reclaimed.
Did you say something, Bulwark?
We have reclaimed rightful Kaliningrad. It's oddly like I'm not hearing explosions for the first time. It's weird.
This is strange. What's going on?
Oh, do you see how much supply Russia has in the Estonian?
Yes, it's just
like
it's concerning.
Where's supply map mode?
Just press S. It'll do it for you.
Oh my! It's very red.
Yeah.
I wonder if that means they have if they're preparing for something from there.
For Latvia to get boned.
Latvia is gonna be like I'm just praying that the time it takes them to build up attack through Latvia and Lithuania will give me enough time to build my Magnus. Somalia, what do you want?
What I would definitely strongly suggest, Ben, is at like Elk or one of the towns nearby that's kind of near there is to build like 4 supply depots like at once in one of those hexes.
Elk? Where is that?
So you got your Polonok line here, and then like right through the middle of the border if you go straight south.
Oh, right there, Elk. Okay,
Yeah,
how do I build supply depots?
So you can right-click, go build, and then build military. At the bottom of that list will be supply depot. Build like 4 of those suckers in Elk, and then like maybe another 4 in Kaliningrad, because that'll really boost our supply through there.
I can do 2 in Kaliningrad before I'm maxed out.
It might also help if you have the technology to build a radar station in some of the towns near the border.
Lump sum 1,000 tons of military goods for $40 million. That's not actually a good deal. All right, so building those. Alrighty. This is my air base. Maybe build a radar installation in the air base. All right, supply depot, security, seaport, research center, radar station. All right, build a radar station.
I like how the Polish submarine force is just circling Ireland while doing nothing.
They're on auto. They do what they want.
It's an island that has one town with a population of 13,000, and there's 3 subs tasked with blockading it.
They really don't want them to get out. That's what the AI decided it was the right move.
Good to see the Oliver H. Perry is still.
Oh yeah, up to 76 ships sunk. He's still doing his thing. I find it interesting that the AI, that the Russian AI has actually changed tactics. It's like, okay, we're going to do this massive naval invasion. That didn't work. So we're going to attack through the other nations. And then Bob counterattacked, and they counterattacked. It's interesting not to see it just get stuck, like clearly having its brain break and just get stuck on the same tactic until it runs out of supplies.
Yeah, right. The AI is well programmed. Like it figures out what works and what doesn't work, at least in a basic sense. Like, it might try for a naval invasion again, but it's not going to keep doing it while it keeps losing things. The major thing you have to worry about is if they decide to do if they I've seen an AI do this once, but do an air invasion.
Oh my!
With airborne or air assault infantry, and target like an air base or something, and then just fly in troops.
Oh god, that's scary. That's a scary thought.
Like right next to Warsaw, you have kind of like an air base that isn't protected by anything, and if they figured out how to do it, or if they had enough troops tasked to be able to do it, they could just like drop troops in there, then start landing things in there to do a rush at Warsaw.
And then I'd be dead.
Well, no, you only lose a nation when, well, it depends on what Bob chose.
What are my planes doing? What are my planes doing? Where are you going?
They're deploying because Russian aircraft are invading.
Yeah, they
went really far. They went all the way up to Estonia. And they're just sitting there getting shot. Go home.
Oh, the German fleet's firing at them from long range. That's why they're getting hurt.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good point. I should probably check to see what my Dutch fleet are doing. You dead yet?
The Oliver Perry is injured again, so
time to mess up some more merchant marine coming out of St. Petersburg.
Yep, they're dead again. Awesome.
United Arab Emirates wants to sell me 3,500 tons of military supplies. Actually, I'll accept that one because that was a good deal. Pakistan wants to sell me 8,500 tons of military supplies.
Wow, Romania is almost making 1 million barrels of oil a day.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, I'm at 985,000.
I'm at 710,000.
And I've still got, I think, almost 12 derricks or 12 fields that are currently being built that I have to finish.
Well, here's another question for you. How do I build more industrial centers?
What do you mean? What do you mean industrial centers?
The place where I can then build factories around.
They'll auto build.
Okay.
If you just place it randomly, they're not industrial centers; they're towns. So, like when you,
Industrial
so
complex.
it'll just make. Well, there are industrial complexes and then there are towns. Both of them work.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, I have a lot of towns, so I should be able to get quite a lot of industry going. I probably should focus that more. But the problem is, actually, the market price has risen again, so yeah, maybe there is more demand.
Yeah, the market price.
An invasion of Estonia again, taking that airbase.
The marketplace might have the price for consumer goods might have gone down because I am starting to wean myself off of foreign military consumer goods. I was buying almost 4,000 a day, so.
My use is 4,000. I'm exporting 16.
Yeah, so
producing 16.
I've gone down to only using 83 foreign consumer goods a day now. So
yeah, I think I just need to mass produce more industry goods because I'm importing quite a lot.
Yeah, industrial goods are a big economic investment.
Mm-hmm.
So I've told a lot of military units to go to the border, and they go to the border, and then they decide that they don't want to be there, and they go home.
Interesting.
Well,
I have no.
They stay at the border until they get there, but then you have your military at full. So, like, since there's no supply and nothing really to do there, they just kind of go back to where there is supply or where there's a place to reserve.
China, oof. No, China wants to keep selling me military goods.
Are you gonna Are you landing troops on that forward airbase?
I am.
He took it.
This is mine.
Oh,
There's the Russian plane.
Oh god! Oh god!
Bob.
Get the Luftwaffe up there.
No, there's a Luftwaffe. We just have the base.
Oh god, the Russians really didn't like that.
Run, leave it back. Oh god.
Oh man, it stirred up a hornet's nest.
Oh, I need those Warsaw class
Tell me
cruisers.
you landed a whole bunch of anti-aircraft guns there.
I didn't, but I should.
He landed like 6 Pumas.
I'm attacking you with just anti-air. Haha.
Probably
Canada,
the next candidate for a naval invasion should be Ireland. Just cut off their entire Baltic presence.
RDAA, here we go.
All right, let's take a
Yeah,
look here. So we're
you
building our
suckers, get on up here.
supply depots will take 2 months to build.
Yeah, Jesus, I think I lost a ship in that. Oh no, I didn't. I'm good.
It's close. I see the health of it.
She's almost dead.
All right, time to build
He's
some
hurting.
supply bases up here.
Yeah, I got like 10 supply bases going now.
You might want to maybe upgrade the sea pier that's got to like a seaport.
Yeah, I should probably do that. Is there a way to do that without having to tear it apart?
I think you just maybe break down one of the supply bases that you're building, build a seaport there, and when that's done, you can deconstruct the sea pier. I don't think there's any other way, really.
Oh,
my
god!
God.
Go away! Go away! Go away!
Wait, why do I have a merchant marine up here? What are you doing? What is this one unit doing?
Oh god, no!
my God.
Stop it! Oh god!
I think I just lost a plane.
Yeah, you did. Oh, that.
Mental note: don't send my plane.
Stirred up a bit of a hornet's nest up there, Bob.
The AA is on its way.
You still got the airbase? What if I ship up a bunch of my anti-aircraft guns?
Well, I'm shipping AA there now, so you don't have to worry about doing that.
That was great.
My budget is almost balanced.
Mine isn't.
My deficit is less than $1 million a
I
day.
just paid off your national debt. Are you back into debt again?
No, I've blocked my. He's banned. In fact, I wish I could shoot him because he was terrible.
I can shoot
Replace
him.
him.
Christ. Things are getting hardcore in the
He
Netherlands.
put us
No holds
$30 billion in debt. That's more than Russia. I mean, that's we're a small country. But no, I banned him from doing that. And I'm just trying to build up my oil industry because that's about the only thing I can produce which actually makes money.
Coal production.
Industrial goods and
50%.
military goods are good money makers as well.
Production cost of military goods are way above the market value right now.
Really? Because mine are. I get still like $1,000 per unit for me.
Production is 64,000. Market value is 54.
Wow. Jesus. It's 20. My production cost is 20,000. Market value 21,000.
Why are my production costs so high? I was probably because I make no raw materials.
Yeah, probably. I make a lot of the raw materials in my nation.
Yeah, the only raw material I really have is agriculture, which production cost is 900, market value is 800, so even that, it's like my best thing, is terrible. Lumber, I make $1.
All right, now we're making a proper seaport there now.
I'm just putting anti-aircraft guns all over the border.
Even electrical power. I was hoping I'd make money from electric because of all the hydro, but no. That's
Anti-aircraft, those... I'm seeing... These are all howitzers on your border. Or no, those are German. Never mind.
I have 20mm anti-aircraft guns.
Actually, I could make petrol powered.
You sure you don't want to break out the flak Vierlings?
I should probably make some petrol powered power plants, seeing as I actually do petroleum.
So I don't think the AI is too terribly good at telling my Navy what to do, because every once in a while it just sends a ship up to die.
Well, it'll send a ship up there to scout, and then it'll just kind of...
Then it'll just go through its normal life phases and die.
There, now we got some AA up there finally.
I've lost most of my surface ships. The two that I have, I think, have built since.
All right, well, I've garrisoned up part of the Lithuanian border here.
I think I need to tell my guy to not be in control anymore.
Well, you can tell them to not be full. I think one of them is defensive regaining territory only, instead of doing attack missions. I don't remember which one it is, if it's medium or high.
I put him on high, and he just started sending more units back to Kaliningrad. Say low. Units will go to repair, perform some border recon, and defensive pre-positioning. Medium. Units will also retreat, increase border recon, and units will react in defensive situations. Let's put them on medium and see.
Romania is making 1.3 million barrels of oil a day.
That's pretty good.
We're starting to roll out some the old Romanian oil fields. We're getting these things back up and running.
Potosi, or whatever it was called.
Yeah, whatever it is. Actually, the majority of the oil in Romania seems to be on this coastline. Like, that's where I'm finding most of
I
it.
can see all the derricks you're building. There's a few.
Yeah, the only other place I have is near, like, the central part of the nation. What I really want to do is I want to try and, if I could take all the land up to Odessa, I'd have a great oil refining area, just that I could really exploit.
All right, so a lot of the military complexes have been built, so now we're working on building the actual fortifications.
All right, that's we're actually a little over time for this episode. I think it was Mordred. Are you muted, Mordred?
I'm here. Sorry, I muted myself. Thank you very much for watching. If you are enjoying this series, then please do hit that like button. If you haven't done so already, do consider subscribing. If you have any tips or advice for any of us, let us know in the comments. If you want to support the channels further, check out the Patreons. That's a goodbye from Ben, Roach, Bob, and myself, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.